Hello children, good morning. Today we will discuss the remaining part of a modern periodic table given by Henry Moseley. As I have already told you all, the different type of element present into the Henry Moseley's periodic table. Today I would like to give you the brief of that different type of element. Okay, so let us start. According to Henry Moseley's periodic table, four types of total elements are present into the modern periodic table. The first one is representative element. Representative element. Right? Representative element. I hope you people know representative element. It includes group number 1, 2 and from 13 to 17. And from 13 to 17, right? Second type of element present in Henry Moseley's periodic table is transition element. Transition element, right? Transition element include group number starting from 3 to 12, right? They are also known as D block element. They are also known as D block element, right? Third type of element, inner transition element. Inner transition element. Inner transition element. Inner transition element. And it includes the element of F block given at the bottom side. Two horizontal row, as I have already shown you the periodic table. Two horizontal row present at the bottom side of periodic table. They are known as inner transition element or F block element. They are also known as lanthanoid or actinoid. Lanthanoid or actinoid. Actinoid, right? Then after fourth type of element present in the periodic table is inert gas or noble gas. Inert gas or noble gas, right? So as per the modern periodic table, there are four type of elements present into the periodic table: representative element, transition element, inner transition element, inert gas or noble gas. I hope you know the inert gas present into the 18 group in the periodic table, right? So briefly we will try to understand the characteristic property of these different type of element present into the modern periodic table. Okay, so let us start. First of all, we will try to understand the characteristic of representative element. Main characteristic of representative element, right? So what are the main characteristic property of representative element? Let us start. First of all, they include both metal and non-metal. As I told you all, representative element means group number 1, 2 and from 13 to 17. 13 to 17, right? So group number 1 and 2, especially, they all are metals. Here also in 13 group and other group also some metals are present, okay, otherwise non-metals. So they include both metals and non-metal. Example is group number 1, alkali metal, group number 2, alkaline earth metals, group number 13 like aluminium is also metal, right? So they include both metals and non-metal. There is a regular gradation from metallic to non-metallic character as we move from left to right. Okay, so In representative element, when we move from left to right in a period, its property gradually changes from metallic to non-metallic character. I hope you people understood. Second characteristic property. They form electrovalent as well as covalent compound with non-metal. They form electrovalent as well as covalent compound. I hope you people know the meaning of electrovalent and covalent compound. Okay, electrovalent means a compound which consists of metal and non-metal. Since both metal and non-metal are present in this category, they can form electrovalent compound. Okay, and we all know the meaning of covalent compound, which consists of only non-metals. So here in representative element, non-metals are present, so they can also form covalent compound. For example, let us see. Here we can write it down. They can form both metal and non-metal. They can form both electrovalent and covalent compound. Electrovalent and covalent compound. Right? Compound. For example, representative element include group number 1. We can take the example of any metal of group number 1 like sodium. It can form the compound like sodium chloride by combining with chlorine, and this compound is electrovalent compound. An electrovalent compound. Similarly, when chlorine combined with other chlorine, it forms Cl2, which is a covalent compound. Okay, I hope you people understood. It can form covalent as well as electrovalent compound. Now come at next characteristic property of representative element, means property number 3. Metallic nature increases moving down any of these 7 groups. Total 7 groups are present into the representative element class, like group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, group number 4, not 4. So metallic nature increases moving down any of these 7 groups. Total 7 groups are present in representative element. Like group number, how 7 group? Let's see. Group number 1, group number 2, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 groups are present. Okay. Among these 7 groups, whenever we move top to bottom in the group, their metallic nature increases. Why metallic nature increases? In brief, I would like to tell you all. In detail, we will discuss in 10th class how metallic character increases down the group. Because number of cell is increases. When we move top to bottom in a group, number of cell increases. Right? Along with atomic radius, size of atom. That's why metallic character increases. Right? So metallic nature increases down the group. Down the group. In any of the 7 groups, 7 groups of representative element. I hope you people understood. Right? Next property is metals which are good conductor of heat and electricity are present in the group number 1 and 2. Okay? And non-metals which are present in group 16 and 17 are poor conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, so here both type of element is present. Good conductor of heat and electricity, the element which can, as well as a poor conductor of electricity and heat, like group number 16 and 17. Group number 16 and 17 are non-metal and poor conductor of electricity. Non-metals and poor conductor of electricity and heat and electricity, right? As well as group number 1 and 2 are metals and good conductor of heat and electricity. Good conductor of heat in short and electric current, right? So I hope you people understood. The main characteristic property of representative element, though their properties are very broad, but here in 9th class, in brief, we have to discuss the main property we have to discuss that we have done. Okay, now come at characteristic property of transition element. Second type I told you all, transition element. Transition elements, right? They are also known as I told you all, D block element. D block element. D block elements. They are included in the group number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As I told you all, transition element include group number from 3 to 12. Means 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 groups present here. Okay. So main characteristic of transition element we will discuss now. Main characteristic of transition element. So first characteristic property of transition element is all these elements are metal with high melting and boiling point. Okay, so all these elements are metal with high melting and boiling point. Melting and boiling point, right? Second one, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Since they are metal, so they will be good conductor of heat and electricity. So they are good conductor of heat and electricity. We all know the meaning of conduction. We all know the meaning of conductor. The substance which can pass through the electric current is known as conductor. So they are good conductor of heat and electricity, right? Third is, do you know how conduction takes place in metal? In metal, conduction of electric current takes place due to the free electrons. We all know in metal's outermost shell, free electrons are present. Okay, and they move here and there, which result in the conduction of electric current and heat. That's why they are the good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, third one is, some of these elements are attracted toward a magnet. Okay, some of these elements attracted toward magnet. Some of these elements are attracted toward magnet. Attracted toward magnet, right? Sorry. Magnet. Fourth property, most of these elements exhibit variable valency. Most of these elements exhibit variable valency. Most of these elements exhibit or possess variable valency. I hope you know the meaning of variable valency. Variable valency means having valency more than one. They show the valency more than one. That's why they represent variable valencies. They exhibit variable valency. I hope you people know how a variable valency are represented by the element. Why elements represent variable valency? I have already told you all. Next, property number fifth one is most of these elements are used as a catalyst. Always remember, most of these elements are used. Most of these elements are used as catalyst. Catalyst, you people know the meaning of catalyst? The substance which accelerates the rate of a chemical reaction without involving into that are known as catalyst. So most of the d block element or transition element act as a catalyst, right? Let us see the property of inner transition element. Third type of element I told you all, inner transition element. They are also known as F block element. Inner transition element or F block elements. Okay, the element of the 6th and 7th periods of the group number 3. They are the element of 6th and 7th periods of group number 3. That is lanthanides and actinides. Are collectively known as inner transition element. So collectively lanthanides and actinides are known as inner transition element. Clear? What is lanthanides and actinides? The element of 6th and 7th period of group number 3 are known as lanthanide and actinide respectively. So main characteristic of inner transition element are they are heavy metal with high melting and boiling point. So first characteristic property of inner transition element, they are heavy metal with high melting and boiling point. Right? Second property of inner transition element is they show variable valency. They also show variable valency like transition element. They show variable valency. They form colored ions. Colored ions. And last property of transition element are actinides are radioactive by nature. Actinides are radioactive by nature. Right? So I hope you people understood the main characteristic properties of representative element. You people understood the characteristic property of transition element, inner transition element. Okay, inert gas main characteristic properties are remaining, that we will discuss into the next video. So that's all for today. Thank you so much.